Coffee, 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 coffee.
Change
Let's
anything
move
up
forward.
here? Or just kind of do what we just did?
We're fine.
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay, sorting team comp. Figuring out what are the key components.
Probably soldier in case they go Farah.
Yeah.
Key components, of course, being these two. I'd say these two are pretty much core for a defense, and then I'd say this is pretty necessary. This can be changed out
Road
depending on what your desire is.
Silly.
Hey!
Or Diva.
Hammer
Good timing.
Whatever works. Just
Hammer down, indeed. Thank you, Artie, for sticking with us for 4 months. 4 months, beautiful. Continued support matters a huge amount. Like, it means a lot.
I'm just gonna assume you're joking. These are NA servers, bud.
Get ready for a terrible charge on Zarya. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hammer fight, by the way, is in the chat.
Yes, sir. This is indeed NA.
Yep, you're in America.
It's not even that like most of Europe. I don't know why you'd get moved to NA servers. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure if he's lying or not. Like, I'm not sure if he's.
Apparently, one of your teammates is confused whether he was on EU or NA. I skipped this entire conversation, by the way. Apparently, he's confused that he's on NA. Well,
You select the wrong.
Yeah, we could do that.
the American accent should have tipped everyone off. It doesn't amuse me, by the way, that this guy says copy that after hearing stuff.
Accurate,
Is it-
focused.
It gave me flashbacks, because I did radio communications when I was doing first aiding.
Yes, sir. We
Like,
are
I was the guy always on the radios. So I had to do that. And copy that.
It's on Earth. Am I right?
Then you had to do over or over and out. You also had to do like the NATO codes of words. So like Reinhardt would be like Romeo, Echo, India.
Where is everybody?
Romeo, Echo, India,
Go taxi the hog.
November,
Cool.
Hotel, Alpha, Romeo. No, it's not Delta, is it? It's... I can't remember. Delta, Tango, whatever. Anyway, game starting. Correct positioning. This is where we want to be starting. We want to have, like, ideally the soldier will be stood here and just shooting into their barrier. This is why you stand here, is you're just trying to get damage onto their barrier. And then when they start getting around to this corner, like the way to think of it is this, okay? The objective here is not to get kills. We do not want to get kills right now. What we want to do is we want to put them on the back foot position, okay? It's pretty simple. They're going to come out here, and they're probably going to have a Reinhardt. It is Delta, okay. Hey, what do you know? And so their Reinhardt's going to set up his barrier here, so very similar to what we did. We're going to trade blows, and then the Reinhardt's going to come forward, and they're going to try and get the barrier up here. By the time that Reinhardt gets the barrier up here... Ooh, Overwatch just started an update. Ooh, 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 ooh. We want to be pulled back, and we want to drop down on the other side with our DPS, and we want to continue pressuring their barrier, so that their barrier is dropping as low as humanly possible, so that when they're trying to push through the long choke corridor, they're going to have a hard time. So about here,
Broken down.
unless the Hog lands his hook, he doesn't. And actually, we should be noticing very crucially, they don't have a Reinhardt, so we can actually exploit this position a lot more.
Watch that Farah.
Barrier's super low, they have a Farah. Like, that's going to kill the shit out of us. Very strange movement that just happened. Very strange movement.
Watch that Farah or Zarya.
Barrier goes down, and for some reason we run out this way. Like, when the barrier is downwards, it's a big 500 hit point target. We're huge, we're enormous, we're fucking Reinhardt, we're raw. I'm not really raw, I'm a scrawny fucking nerd, but even like Reinhardt's fucking huge. He's enormous, he's the easiest target in the world. Don't run out this way, stick near cover. What that also means is you have a good eye on this door. Like, we come back in.
Farah.
Luckily, like, we're getting healed up the wazoo. But anyway, like, we want to keep an eye on this doorway. And if someone stands in the doorway and you charge from here, you can generally catch them. Generally catch them.
Dropping down.
This drop down, I'd say, is very bold. I don't like this drop down myself. And it's just such a huge pity that the Roadhog missed that. And then...
I just traded.
So I watched this charge several times. We're going to watch it several times as well, because
Dropping down.
you knew immediately after this that this is not a good trade. So we catch this area, she's bubbled up, but she bubbled before the charge hit. And you should be counting in your head of 2 seconds. Okay? That's what you should be counting. 1, 2. That's how I would count it out. And then definitely when we start seeing this cliff edge, it's not worth the risk. Just go into this. Just charge into this. Just charge into the fucking forklift. Because where we end up going is to Deathsville. It's honestly not as bad as you'd expect, because the spawn distances aren't that against us as a Reinhardt. We're not actually in too bad of a position. So it's not that bad.
Stupid.
But yeah, we didn't want to trade that. Because now their team can keep pushing forward, and because Roadhog hasn't managed to hook the Diva once, Yeah, it's going badly. Like, McCree's still pissing about up here when he should be helping deal with the D.Va. Like, if this hook lands and the McCree's down on the low ground, it's the easiest kill on D.Va in the world. Also, let me slap some drink. One thing I was checking for when I watched this over and over again while we watched this one more time was, were you trying to cancel the pin? Because at any point until we pass this wall, we can actually turn far enough into this wall where we just cancel the pin. And she'll get her barrier charge, but we'll still be stood on her face, so we might be able to still kill her. But I noticed that we sort of stopped turning, we just slid ourselves against the wall. This is where you want to be panicking and going, oh shit, oh shit. And actually, it's a very, very close thing, because now the barrier is dissipated, but it might just be a little bit too late. I don't know if hitting this would have actually done the damage through it. I don't know. It's so close. It's so close. So close.
I just
okay.
Traded. Stupid. That was my bad.
What we really need is Roadhog punishing the shit out of the Zarya. Roadhog punishing the shit out of the D.Va. The Zarya's been doing a good job of keeping the D.Va alive, though. But I'd say with the combination of Roadhog plus McCree, it shouldn't have been as big of an issue as it was. And also, we can help punish D.Vas. Like, if he lands a stun on the D.Va, we can actually follow it up with a charge. Why are we chasing this? This is someone else's job. We want to be tanking. Like, the time we spent chasing this guy almost died. The McCree's nearly dead. Advance forward, protect him. Good. He's gone fucking crazy. That's not a problem. Now the Lucio is our problem because he's jumping into us while the rest of our team massively overextends. It's killed. Okay, barrier up. We're just literally trying to burn down time. Okay. While I'm taking the charge there, you didn't have many choices. Now we're kind of just out of options. Now we're dead. Now we're dead. Luckily we died at kind of a good time. This McCree is going to die to this D.Va and Pharah. Oh, I do apologise. I still got my very dry cough. It's not going away.
We just need to get D.Va out of her mech. Yeah, just get D.Va out of mech first.
Okay, let's get set up. So, defensive locations. Second point of Gibraltar. Defending here in a pinch. Ideally, you want to get set up here, but you have to have time to do that. When you don't have time, you set up here. So you catch them coming around the corner. When you have time, when you push them back once, the reason why you don't instantly try and go up here is you either have to come from spawn and instantly go there and have everyone on board with that, or you have to take the very dangerous pathway of going up this way, and then you're crossing in front of the enemy team, and that's bad. You don't want to be doing that. And by the time you usually get up here, if you're trying to push it, and if you're trying to force that positioning, like, you've already lost half your barrier, and the enemy team's, like, down here, so you've got to drop down anyway. Cover this Roadhog. Good. Pharah just wasted her ultimate. Completely. That was a terrible barrage. We want to be advancing forward a little bit. Like, this Roadhog is basically hunting for picks. He wants picks. Okay? And he's actually pretty good at doing them. Because they only have the Zarya there. We can actually really exploit that by making sure that this Roadhog gets maximum value. When that dies, we should be looking to actually start putting pressure, clawing ground on. So this is when, like, both of their main DPS are dead. We should be watching this kill feed, and we should see into that and say, okay, now's the time for us to start claiming some space back. There's no reason for us to be standing this far back now. We could be pushing forward, helping Roadhog fish around this corner. And honestly, we can take a fight onto their Zarya and onto their D.Va. If their D.Va even shows up. We can actually take and win that fight. Instead, we're choosing to recharge a barrier. Honestly, we should just be looking for kills.
Alright, I'm good.
Rolo actually lands a hook. He's dead. He's so dead. This... This would have been a good Earthshatter opportunity because of this. We just seen Soldier here.
I'm good.
And Earthshatter for us is fucking easy. Like, this is the easiest Earthshatters in the world. This is why you don't see teams run comps with Zarya, D.Va, for example. Because... Especially, like, okay, this is how Earthshatter worked with Zarya Barrier. At least this is how I think it works, because I've seen this happen before, and at least this is how it feels. I want to get to... Lucio, get out the fucking way. He's always in the way. Come on, back. Whatever. YouTube, if I go back and it loads every... Okay. very specifically want Zarya. Yeah, this will do. Lucio's kind of in the way, but whatever. Let's go with yellow, because it will contrast most. Zarya is here. Okay, if Zarya wants to bubble, that could probably block the Earthshatter like on these two targets. As long as there is a barrier between the Earthshatter target and the targets behind it, it will block the Earthshatter. So don't like if Zarya stood right in your face and you Earthshatter her, it could block the entire fucking Earthshatter. It does. I've seen this happen. I'm pretty sure this happens. It's beaten into my mind that this happens. Maybe it doesn't happen, and maybe I'm imagining things, but I'm pretty fucking confident that's the case. Once the boop has landed, and the Zarya is behind, if we Earthshatter this, like, just us alone could probably kill all of this. At the very least, we can kill this, and we can kill this in the back by just standing in the middle of it and swinging. The soldier we just saw running back this way can probably hear the Earthshatter happen and will probably be in position as well to help kill all of it. Instead, we start pulling back. And then they start using ults. Nerf this, we lose the barrier. Okay, we should be looking for opportunities. The thing with nerf this, I believe it does like 1,000 damage to barriers. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does. So when you have your barrier up, if you see that you're below 1,000, know that your barrier is going to shatter. It varies on distance as well, but good rule of thumb. If you're nearby it and you're below 1,000, it's probably going to break.
Yeah, we have 5 ultimates right now.
Yeah, we need to use these ults.
But now we are in stall mode.
On the payload.
Because we didn't take an opportunity.
I'm gonna come in with sound barrier. Get ready.
But we have a pretty big opportunity coming up. Again, they have no good counters to us just using Earthshatter. We catch everyone. Be very fucking careful with a charge like that, though. And honestly, like we actually luck out here. Like the enemy Lucio helps us out because of, you know, this happy chappy here, this Zarya. She should be smiling. She should have like the world's fucking biggest smile on her face. Because she was stood over here, she got booped and launched towards the payload. And then we come down, we drop down, and then we charge away from the payload. Really shouldn't be using yellow here, for obvious reasons. And then we charge away from the payload. If this Zarya did not get booped onto the payload, there is a very real chance that we charge away from the payload, and then they push it the 2 meters required to go forward and win the map. I've seen this happen so many times, of a Reinhardt getting overexcited, shattering something like the payload, or shattering the point, charging, and then charging off the point or off the payload, and then the enemy team just wins. And you feel like such a fucking idiot when it happens. So we got very lucky with the Zarya there. I don't know if we saw the Zarya get there. It feels like the charge came out before the Zarya was even launched. So just be very wary, because like there's no one else near the payload at the moment. And if she got stalled up over there, like let's say Anna sleeps the fucking Zarya and she doesn't get booped, no one's stopping this payload anymore. I know, I think she actually just runs and jumps on it. So we're lucky that she manages to do that. Now that she's there, then we do the charge. And now we capitalize. We get grabbed. It's kind of unfortunate. We just want to barrier up, barrier up, barrier up. We want to save this Lucio. Like, because we've got nothing to fucking... We've got nothing to charge here. Like, we've got nothing available here to swing at, other than maybe something behind us. We can save this Lucio, though. Even though we have the nano boost, it's just worth blocking that. Because we can drop dropping the barrier is instant anyway, so why not? Or it's close enough to instant. Now we want to definitely be on the cart, but I would like to see us move forward and then drop off the edge of the cart. Because you can actually shoot under this, and you can still do damage. So just be very careful about being off the ground. And this is where we want to be claiming space as well. We want to be claiming space and just getting in front of the payload. So that they can't run onto it and keep the contest going. And the reason why this will start working now, and the reason why this entire fight started working now, is because basically we started focusing on surviving as well, and then capitalizing on kills. And I think we'll see that again later. There'll probably be a better example of it later. If I remember this match correctly. Actually, did I watch this all the way to the end? I can't remember. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. We definitely don't want to be stood here. This is the big thing I want to highlight. This is like this was the big leap out mistake for me. Because we've been so communicative before. We've been so willing to like say things and tell people to do things. This is when you say, hey, Anna, can you stand on the point and just stay on the point? Okay, great. I'll go stand here now. Because while we are stood here, we are being the weighted companion Reinhardt. You know, we are just standing here and we could be we're just a fucking big metal cube standing on the payload. And we're stopping back camps. but we can't stop backcaps while still being Reinhardt. We can't be Reinhardt while we're doing that. You're not being Reinhardt when you're standing behind your team. You're not bringing forward the shield, you're not really bringing forward dangerous fire strikes, you're not zoning with the hammer, you're not doing anything anymore. So you don't want to be on top of the payload at that point. You want to be advancing forward, making sure that you've got your eyes peeled for where they're coming from, getting good scouting information, and then determining what you want to be doing. Now I'm more okay with us being behind the payload because they're pushing on high ground. Like, we can't advance that way. We want to use the payload for a bit of cover.
Nice job, McCree.
Just blocks a little bit of damage, forces them into some dangerous funnels. If someone comes in this way, it's an easy charge for us. If they come in this way, it's less of an easy charge, but still. Barrier's slowly going down, but we want to keep it up. Make sure our team can do their job. Our team is doing its job. It's nice. Okay. This is where you want to be calling out, and you want to do not let the barrier shatter.
Shields down.
Barrier shattered. If you have to just drop it, just drop it. Do not let it shatter.
Sorry, take over.
It does start recharging very quickly, but it puts it on a cooldown. You might need that. You might just need to block some damage. Like 300, 400 shields makes all the difference in the world at times. So just be very careful about letting it shatter.
Oh no, hold on.
Definitely just be very careful when doing this sort of thing as well, because what this soldier is looking to do, and because this soldier ran this way, it actually gives us very easy positioning. This soldier is looking to get around your barrier. So think about all the space around your barrier. He's looking to get angles on these areas, okay? Now he wants to shoot these places. What we could have done is, because soldier ran this way, he is now, when he's got his ultimate on, probably the biggest danger source in the game. We want to tuck this way, put our barrier against this wall, and then just stand the fuck still. If soldier runs into us, people will be shooting at him. He's got no protection of his own, so people should just be shooting into him and killing him. Anyone who wants protection can tuck in behind it, nice and easy, and it'll be way, way safer. The danger right now, I mean, Lucio fucking has sound barrier as well. He has plenty of time to tuck in if he needs to. Because you can see the soldier, his goal is to run and try, he's looking for ways to get around you and get to like Anna, for example. He's looking for those pathways. If you block that path and just make it dangerous for him to run forward, it's so much more dangerous, because we could take a hammer swing at him if he gets low, soldier could be shooting at him. And the danger, and by the way, this is fucking beautiful, we'll talk about this in a second. The danger is when you're doing like these back and forth movements, and you're just like walking back and forth, is that soldier gets like a quick peek around the corner and just nails the fucking Anna. The more stationary you are, the easier it is for people to plan around you, because you got to remember there could be someone stood behind you thinking, like, oh shit, I've just got an angle on the soldier, I've just got the angle on the soldier, and then you step to the left for no real reason, and then soldier just kills you. So just be very careful with that. This is somewhat lucky, and the Devo just totally wasted the bomb. Zarya saves us completely. I think we could have just barely saved ourselves as well, because I think the barrier does, yeah, the barrier goes up anyway. And so we get blown away from it. Zarya saves our ass, I believe, as well at the same time. Gets a bit of a desperate graviton surge, but it's honestly the only hope you guys have. McCree gets some kills. Okay. Now we're back installing 101. Okay?
Good. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there.
Now, the goal here is actually pretty simple. The goal here isn't to get kills.
Reinforcements coming. Reinforcements.
We should have two objectives, okay? When you're trying to stall as Reinhardt, when you're trying to do this kind of stall as Reinhardt, we have two objectives right now. One is to build up the remainder of this, okay? We want to get that 25% ult charge. Because Earthshadow just ends fights around a payload very easily. The second is pretty simple. We want to make sure that our people stay alive a little bit longer than theirs. That's all we're looking to do. And the reason is simple, right? It's blatantly obvious, where the enemy team spawn is like in the distance over here, and they have to come all the way out and then run all the way around and then go all the way around here and all the way around here and all the way up here, and then they're back here. Meanwhile, we just sort of walk out this way, and then we're pretty much here, and we can go on terrible arrow, or we can come up this way and come up to the high ground, but it's much, much closer. So if we're surviving longer than they are, we will reinforce faster, and therefore we will win this point. They currently outnumber us, but we want to drop down, swing once or twice when people start, and I actually like to focus on the Anna here. We should have been able to kill the Anna, maybe. No, probably not. Very nice camera angle of, well, she's not an old lady at this point. I would have been chasing this Anna a little bit more, so turn, get the swing. Okay, now barrier, good. And we just want to make it hard. And honestly, I don't like this charge at all, because that's going against our objective. Luckily, we're getting healed. Bit of a desperate Earthshadow, but kind of works. Again, I would have just liked us to do a bit of a suck them in situation. The problem is we've got Diva behind us as well, who's sort of blocking heals. And the grenade comes through. Where does that grenade come from? Does it come from behind us? No, it came from the front of us. Didn't it? It was, no, and it was literally on top of us, okay. Too kawaii to die. That's an amazing name, because she is too kawaii to die and she survived. I think we did okay there. I'm fine with the Earth Shatter as well.
Sorry.
Like,
We're just stalling for time.
if we didn't use it and our team fails to stall here, then we feel like complete tits. So I'm fine with the using the Earth Shatter there.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
21%, I know,
Good job.
but
Keep it up.
close enough. And again, we can just hold this. So 5 strike, swing once or twice. When they start paying attention to us, put a barrier up. And now what Tracer should be doing, and we should just like make sure it's on the floor. Try and cover this Tracer, because you notice our repositioning I think got Tracer killed there. Like if we just stood still here. Right, imagine the barrier's there, and I'm just going to leave that on screen. Because we're repositioning, Tracer got picked off because there's a gap here. If that Tracer's still alive and could still just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot, and then get healed up, and then she's in the fight for, for much longer, it's so much easier for our team to start reinforcing. Now that we're focused on survival, and they don't have enough left to dislodge us, our team is just going to naturally reinforce faster, therefore we are going to win the fight.
So far.
Like, we can just stay here, and we're perfectly fine.
I want to get my barrier recharged, so let me take over if you can.
I'm okay with this decision, because... Is the Fire still alive? Yeah, she is, but honestly we can't really protect against her, so just too far away to really capitalize on enough damage to get past the Lucio.
Barrier recharged, so let me take...
What I would actually have liked to see is we don't actually have to like run back this way, we could just stay on the payload and crouch. And you could probably just crouch here and the payload would be enough to block damage coming in. We don't actually have to be back here, because when we're back here, Anna gets a beautiful clutch leap down on our foot, but fortunately for the enemy team, they had nothing to really dislodge us.
Come back, I got my shield up.
Yep, and now we're just stalling. Soldiers trying to get a crossfire. They've nano boosted. Don't understand why we stepped back here. Remember, we're still kind of in stall mode, especially when they're using this. Like, we want to, every second fucking counts. So just making sure that this payload cannot roll forward at all could make the difference in a Tracer getting on point and not getting on point. We're perfectly fine, like he's still a good distance away. So just even letting this like half meter or whatever go through, a little bit excessive. I'm okay with that charge. We knew our barrier was going down. Like our barrier is done at this point, so we might as well drop shield, try and make something happen. Doesn't happen, Lucio boops us, but we get powered up, turn around, swing on the point. Definitely don't want to leave the point. So I'm fine with us giving up on the Lucio. Somehow we've missed every single swing. When I was watching this, I thought this was an amazing accomplishment in like... Miss, nothing, 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 hit on the Zarya. People say you don't have to aim when playing Reinhardt. Don't be afraid to turn a little bit more. It does extend the arc of your swing. Like, you could turn here and get a little bump on the Zarya running away. We could be focusing on this D.Va because we're the only target that can hit it. So, honestly, bullying the D.Va would be a good idea here. Just because, like, when a Reinhardt's helping finish a D.Va, she goes down so much faster, but I'm also fine with this now after the nano boost is done, turning and just facing this way, and then if you think about where the enemy team's damage is, they have most of the team over here, so we just put a wall here. It's just D.Va here behind us, but we have, like, a Winston. People should be behind us as well. It's getting behind the D.Va. She should die in no time at all.
Hold on, I almost got sound barrier, hold on.
There we go. Nerf this.
No.
Oh! What happened, chat? The answer is actually on the screen right now, because this puzzled me for a little while, and then I actually bothered looking at the kill feed and saw this. And I got the kill just before. Just before. I mean, being fair, we were fucked as well. Like, our team's just not in a position to survive that. That was a beautiful bomb by the D.Va. I just love that shit. No. No, we end up over here. Our team's all over here, they're trying to get into cover, don't manage it, everyone dies. Anna kills us, but we would have died anyway.
Yeah, sorry, I just got turned around. Yeah.
We have a long way to go. We only have a minute and a half. I still have sound barrier.
Okay, they've taken it. They've taken it, but we actually have pretty good respawns. Everyone's respawned together as well, which is always nice. Objectives for third point, defense. Holding this corner, making sure that no one can take up here. Nightmare situation is if Soldier 76, remember this happy chap, remember these drawings? Well, he's back, he's got his visor on. And let's give him some big yellow angry eyebrows. This is the enemy Soldier 76. He's very unhappy. A very cool dude. You could beat this big dick DPS if you were playing on the DPS team. Do not let this happen. You can't really help with that, unfortunately. You just got to be aware of, like, if you see a soldier running in here, that's a sign that he's trying to go up here and then get up here. So you've got to have, like, the Roadhog, if you still have one. Winston, D.Va, for example, all very good at making sure that that can't happen. He's the cool dude. Exactly. You could be that cool dude. You could be that cool dude. Okay. We're just looking for damage opportunities here. Wouldn't mind, actually, before we poke around this corner, just a glance behind us just to see if we have, like, a Soldier 76 of our own coming in behind us. Because what you're trying to do when you have a barrier here is you're basically saying, okay, I am happy to trade with the enemy team. Because our barrier is going to be under fire while we're all here, and we are going to be shooting the enemy team. The problem is, if you stand here for too long, your barrier is going to go down, 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 and then when they actually get to the corner, when you actually need it, that's going to be a fucking frown town time, because you're not going to have enough barrier. So be very careful when looking around the corner like this, because you notice there's no Soldier 76 behind us just yet. I'm fine with us actually poking out, fire striking, and then hiding again. Now there's a Soldier 76, I believe, who starts firing around us. Zari's used that barrier. I'm looking at this. Why am I blue? Why are we blue? Dabba die. I'm looking at this down here, this thing right next to me. Yeah, the Zari's just fucked themselves, basically. If they want to push now, we should honestly be looking for this. We should probably be like saying, okay, I'm going to ult soon. Lucio should be looking to get speed, and we just need to run forward a little bit, and we could probably catch most of their team. We don't need to get everyone, we just need to catch some.
Head barriers at half health, going down quarter health.
Like, why are they gaining this ground? We can stop this.
No.
We can absolutely
Barriers
stop
going
this.
down, D.Va take over.
We could absolutely stop this advance. I don't understand why we're not earth-shattering. Because now that we've pulled back, soldiers had time to run up here, and now look at this fucking cool dude. He's back. Jim fucking Morrison, ladies and gents, with his fucking sunglasses. What a cool fucking dude this is. He's rad, man. He's up here and he's having a whale of a time shooting absolutely everyone, and what the fuck can we do about it? We can just try and crossfire with him. Like, we can just try and have our soldiers shoot at him. Or we can send D.Va up there, but for some reason we've put D.Va on frontline duty against Zarya. She can't do that. She really can't do that. D.Va, modern D.Va especially, with the nerf to our health point bar, she can't frontline tank. D.Va is best deployed behind a Reinhardt barrier, keeping your barrier nice and safe and nice and alive. This D.Va should be thinking about ways of getting rid of this Soldier 76. That's what this D.Va should be thinking about doing.
Quarter.
And again, now what we have to do is we have to hope and hope and hope and hope and hope and hope. We have to super hope that the enemy team gets sucked in. Okay, we have to suck them in, once again. And even if they all get sucked in, this guy, the cool dude, is still up here, and he's having a good time. Nothing's stopping this man. Even if we shatter all of them, there's a potential that this guy tank visors and kills all of us while we try and clean up. It's Frown Town now. Like, now's a bad situation. We've had this Earthshatter for a while, and we haven't used it. Now that we got an opportunity, hey, it feels good, man, and we actually catch everyone. And I think this soldier actually...
We take over.
Where did Soldier go?
Goes down.
I think Soldier ran away to heal as well, which is good. We get lucky with a charge. Sarah doesn't protect against it, and now we have a lot of free kills, a lot of easy cleanup. D.Va blocks the fire ult. Lucio having a cuddle. Fire strike. We missed.
Lucio's one hit.
Feels bad, man. There's a D.Va shooting at us, by the way. She wants a free car. Don't give her the free car. Okay, good.
Alright, watch out. They're gonna hit us with
Okay, when we press tab here, something very important. We have 1,000,001 resources. This is where soldiers should be definitely looking. Yeah, soldiers getting up on a crossfire, which is good. Very, very good. As Soldier 76, you want to be doing this, setting up a crossfire. And yeah, this is easy time. Yeah, the priority during this ult, I'd say honestly it's fine. Like, getting the charge in this area was fine, because we didn't actually outshadow the supports, so anything else would have been a risky charge. And I would have been, you know, we could have maybe brought this in a little bit towards this way. But definitely the charge here was absolutely fine. And then someone gets a bit of extra damage on this area, or it was enough with the Earthshatter combined with the charge, maybe. I'm fine with this charge. Because it's easy enough for our team to just clean up.
Yeah, they're...
But that Earthshatter should have come out way earlier, to be honest. Luckily, Soldier's now stood up. 3 seconds, Soldier can just visor and clean up. Good graviton surge by them. Barrier up, sound barriers up. Good. Barrier's blocking everything.
Good.
Deadeye gets 2. We charge a broken D.Va mech. Feels bad, man. We're powered up. Get in there. Nothing to get in, but hey.
Good work, everybody. Nice.
Feels good, man.
I'm glad to save sound.
Missed that fire strike? Yeah, we needed to fire strike there as well. Back to EU for Palamo. Palamo. Yeah, he had a nice time playing on the American server, I'm sure. It's nice, like, the nice thing about the American server is that everyone fucking speaks English, so, like, they chat more. Home call needs to be future remote? Yeah, definitely. You can have, like, a cool cat emote. Put some stupid sunglasses on, maybe. Actually, these are, reactor lights.
2986.
Bring you in for questions, son. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Final thoughts. Be aware of your positioning a lot more. Like, there were times when we were just sitting on the payload with a barrier up, and it was just doing nothing. Someone else couldn't do that. Someone else can stand on the payload and still be effective. We can't stand on the payload and still be effective at all times. Find opportunities to bring your barrier down a little bit more so that it has time to recharge. That was one of the big things I noticed. There's an interesting thing where this number, if it's above like 40,000, I'd say you're fucking up. Unless the game was super intense. This game wasn't necessarily super intense, but for a full like 2 rounds of Gibraltar, I'd say you're looking about 35k to like 30k to 35k damage blocked ideally. And the reason is simple. It's like when this number is too high, it's a sign that you have you just got your barrier up too much. You're not giving it enough opportunity to regen, and so your barrier always feels like it's on like 1,000 hit points. Now is a good time to start asking questions. I'm going to call Ryan, and yeah, we'll both go over it. And Ryan can also get a few thoughts in. If you don't know who Ryan is,